What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with the toy room at Micro Center. Now, I know. I saw all the comments on my last Micro Center video, and I understand that the quality of the video wasn't all that great. I was here opening day. Opening day was just absolutely crazy, and I had the camera that I'm filming on right now ready to kind of film for opening day, but I did not expect the massive amount of people to show up that actually did. So once I actually got in there, it just kind of got a little overwhelming. There were so many people. I didn't want to be walking around my camera, and I just wanted to be a little bit more incognito. So what I decided to do was end up using my phone to record the video, which would have been fine, but I did decide to use my super steady mode to compensate for the up and down motion that you would see on the video as I was walking around. However, when you use that mode, you kind of have to have like ideal lighting situations, and I thought the lighting situation was good enough until I actually went back and watched the video. So the software, my phone, was trying to compensate for the up and down motion while I was also panning around, while also not having ideal lighting conditions. So it made the video a little kind of wonky at times as I was panning around, and it made some of you motion sick, and some of you said you even couldn't get through the video. So that's why I'm here. I had to come back down to Miami to run some errands, and I was actually in the area, so I figured, you know, I have my camera with me, why not go to Micro Center, make an updated video for you guys, and you know, hopefully this video quality will be a lot better for you guys. It is going to be a little bit, you know, kind of up and down as I'm walking around, but that's just the nature of being out here vlogging like that, not having a gimbal with me. So it is what it is, but hopefully this is better quality than the last video. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and take an updated tour of Micro Center for October 2024. I think last time we were here, it was August, if I'm not mistaken, August 2024, if not, maybe early September. But either way, we're here October 2024. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, you guys, so here we are, and the first thing we have are these 3D printed Micro Center little stands, display signs, if you will. Unfortunately, they were not for sale, but they were pretty cool to see. And then we have all the different Macs, MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, everything you would expect from Apple. On the left, we have some of the bulkier items that they have stacked up there. And then as we swing over to the right here, you have a plethora of laptops, as well as laptop and tablet accessories. Everything you would need, from cases, sleeves, screen protectors, cables, chargers, flash drives, whatever you could think of, they have it. And as well as with laptops and computers, every single thing that you can think of, they have it from every brand, from Lenovo, HP, Acer, Chromebook, Asus. I mean, I can go on and on. Microsoft, just every brand represented here, and every sort of tier, from the low-end stuff all the way to the high-end stuff. Whether you need it for work, school, gaming, they have you covered with pretty much everything. And then right over here, you got this really cool deconstructed laptop, which was awesome to see. They have a couple of those, but that's the only one that I showed off in this video. And then as we swing over to Dell over here, you can see some of these really cool, like, all-in-one units as well. And this is what I was talking about. They have everything. So you had those type of all-in-one units, and then you have these really cool gaming PCs, obviously with the full RGB kits. And these are just pre-built systems, but you can also build your own systems, which we're going to take a look at later. But I mean, the options for like gaming PCs, even if you're not going to necessarily be gaming, but you want to go with that gaming aesthetic, they pretty much have you covered with everything you can think of. Then over here, you have some floating monitor mounts right there. And then every monitor you can think of, from standard monitors, ultra-wide monitors, curved monitors, curved ultra-wide monitors, 4K, HDR, all that good stuff, whatever you would need. And we're going to speed this up here, and you see this really crazy curved, like, if I had to guess, this is maybe like a 50-inch TV, or not TV, but monitor. But I guess once you get like past, I don't know, 30 inch, is it really even considered a monitor anymore? You guys let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, you had this really sick ultra curved 50-inch display. Over here you have a bunch of different RGB accessories and whatnot, and then some more monitors and computers over here. Now, as we make our way through here, we got just some normal printers, like literally nothing special, just like printers you would find in an office and whatnot. Now behind me was a cutout of Shaq, and I didn't realize like how tall he was, that I didn't even get him in the frame, and my head, me being 5'9", was only up to his chest. That was a life-size cutout of Shaq, and I didn't even get him in the frame, unfortunately. But anyways, moving on, you have like different Roku accessories over there. You have your Ring cameras and lights and all of those type of security system stuff that you would need over there. So this is not just, you know, necessarily PC and computer stuff. They have literally like every type of electronics that you would need, obviously. And I mean, this is insane. This super curved, super ultra wide monitor. I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't want to play on something like that because it's so narrow, but I mean, it's still pretty cool to see. You have all these different mounts here, from obviously mounting monitors and whatnot. And then these are actual TVs. So again, you guys tell me the difference between a monitor and a TV, but really, really great colors on this guy here. This was probably the best looking TV they had, and this is Samsung TV here for 2500, but really, really cool. Then we're going to go ahead and speed this up over here as we walk through the store and get to the 3D printers. And it's crazy, they actually had stuff like in the middle of 3D printing, which is really awesome to see. And that's another thing I love about Micro Center. It kind of gives me those like old Toys R Us vibes where you can see things on display, you know, actually working and having demo units and whatnot. So it looks like they're maybe 3D printing a boat of some sorts, but yeah, you can actually see the 3D printer in action, which is just really cool. It's cool to go into a store and be able to see, you know, something you're interested in purchasing being demoed, being shown off, and it just gives you that feeling of like just 90s nostalgia when you used to go into a Toys R Us and they would have demo kiosks or just demos of different things. And I really miss that, and I feel like stores are lacking that a lot lately. Anyways, moving on, we have a bunch of different crazy 3D printer stuff that they've done. It's crazy where we've gone with 3D printing over the years. So you can see all these different Pokemon that they've done, as well as a couple other miscellaneous stuff here. But I mean, this stuff, it's just crazy what you can do with 3D printing and how great they actually look. You can literally make your own like action figure collection just off of 3D printing, which is absolutely insane. I mean, look at this. You have this like little 3D village inside of like a clamshell or something. I couldn't even tell what that was. You have a Lego head and whatever that little like thing was, kind of looks like a home pod. You have this ship over here. You have Patrick, the famous Patrick meme. I mean, just so many stuff here. And then you have this little like salamander thing and just crazy stuff. You have this NHL like hockey logo mascot type of thing, which is awesome. Yeah, just so much stuff you can do with 3D printing. I really want to get into 3D printing. I think one of these days I'm going to. You have this keyboard over here from Raspberry Pi. And as we kind of move through here, you can see some of the other different stuff from routers, some more keyboards as we kind of swing through this back wall over here. And then, man, this store, it's really mind-blowing, like the amount of stuff they have. And I'm just doing like this quick abbreviated tour for you guys. If I were to go like aisle by aisle, item by item, we would literally be here all day long. Down this aisle, you had just a bunch of different types of like cables. I think these were like Cat 5 and Cat 3 cables or whatever, but just a bunch of different cables, like a whole aisle dedicated to cables, which is insane. Coming down this aisle, I think this is a bunch of soldering tools, so everything you would need. And again, this is like low-end stuff to really, really high-end stuff. Absolutely insane. As we kind of make our way over here, you just have random stuff like, you know, power supplies, power strips. This is a LED mouse pad, glow in the dark, or not glow in the dark, but, you know, RGB, you know, mouse pad over here. As we swing through this aisle over here, we have just a bunch of random stuff, but what caught my eye was this third-party, like, no-branded GameCube USB controller. And if you saw that weird cut over there, it's because the GameCube controller fell while I was looking at it, so I had to pick it up. So it was an awkward edit right there. Moving over to Lego, surprisingly, nothing really new since the last time we were there about a month or so ago. Looks like all kind of the same sets. Nothing really too current. I would say these sets are about, you know, a year. Some of them are even older than a year old, but I would say most of these on average were about a year old, so nothing too interesting there. And then just other like arts and crafts and accessories, modeling accessories that you would need over there. Really cool Starry Night like paint set, but again, nothing too crazy with the toys and collectibles, but it is cool to see. It would be interesting to see if they get like more collectibles as far as like action figures or even Funko Pops or something like that down the line. This aisle here was nothing but printer ink, I believe, so nothing interesting there. And then you have this wall full of Bluetooth speakers and also like speakers for your monitors and whatnot. So yeah, just different types of speakers. Nothing too crazy as far as the speakers go. I was actually kind of disappointed in that. I expected to see a little bit more variety with it. And as we move through here, you have like printer paper, printing paper, and then this little like sketch doodle thing that caught my eye that was kind of interesting. And then as we move through here, make our way, I've never seen this before. This is like this smart weather system, I guess, for, I don't know if it's for your sprinklers or it's something for your home, but it was kind of cool. I've never seen anything like that before. And as we kind of move quickly through here, it's kind of hard to show everything off without moving quickly because, like I said, this would be a super long video. Here were some of the headphones. Kind of an odd selection. These are mostly like budget headphones there, so that was also a little disappointing. Nothing too crazy from what I saw as far as the headphone selection. Then you have like your cleaning supplies, stuff you would need like compressed air, Goo Gone, and whatever you need when you're doing a build or a PC, stuff that you would need to maintain it. You have this RGB soundbar, which I've never seen from Razer before. That was kind of cool. Different mouse pads over here, and like I said, everything from the most basic of things to like full-on like gaming mouse pads and I guess desk pads, if you will. You had this Sonos soundbar over here, and then this is where we get to your build your own PC section, where they have literally like every option you could think of, all types of different types of cases, different shapes, sizes, colors, different footprints and formats depending on what you're trying to build essentially. And if you don't find the right part in here, I mean, I don't know, you probably don't belong in this store, or you just shouldn't be building a PC, because this is the one-stop shop for everything you could possibly need. When I say they got everything from motherboards to processors to memory to cases to keyboards, mice, just literally, like, I know I kind of sound repetitive, but anyways, let's go over that. You guys get the point. Looking at these cases here, this one was kind of cool with the shape, and of course this red and black caught my color because red and black is my favorite color combination. But just that the shape of it was kind of interesting and unique. I've never really seen one in that shape before. And then of course just all these different variations and crazy designs for cases. It's really crazy what you can do. And then just a bunch more cases here. Nothing really too much to say about them, so I'm just gonna let the music play in the background until we skip past the cases, because once you kind of see one case, I can only say so much about cases. So yeah, just more cases over here, and power supplies. And I think I stalled talking a little bit to where we got rid of the cases. So here we are, some power supplies. Again, some more cases here. Really cool pink case over there. These cases, I think coming up were a little weird. Yes, these coming up were weird. They kind of look like a toaster almost, or almost like a small microwave. It was kind of funny, so those kind of caught my attention. And you have these bigger cases here. This case was crazy. Now, it doesn't come with necessarily all the stuff that you see inside, but this is stuff that you could option it with, which you have the fans and also the processors with the screens on top of them, which are crazy because you can program the screens to basically show whatever you want. They have all these type of different videos and GIFs that you can put on here. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. As you can see, like, that's awesome. That type of stuff, just, it's like so useless, but when you have a completely glass case, you're gonna want to just show off as much stuff as you can. And for all my girl gamers out there, or anyone who just loves the color pink, you have a full pink setup from, I think this is Razer. Just everything from keyboard to mice to headphones, everything you can need for an all pink gaming setup. So pretty cool stuff right there. Here are some of the more gaming headphones and headsets, and then just kind of different keyboards from standard stuff to your more high-end, like actual mechanical keyboards, as you'll see here in a second. And then as we continue on, this is the front of the build your own section. So you essentially would go up to that desk, tell them what you need, or you can have them kind of recommend stuff based on what you need if you don't already have pre-selected parts. So that's pretty cool. I do like that feature a lot about Micro Center. Anyways, coming over here, this was really cool. You have this different section over here showing off the different types of mechanical keys and giving you the different feel of all of them. So that's really cool to see, and here as well. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like that you have that feature, so you can find out exactly which type of keys and mechanical keys and switches are going to be best suited for you, what you like, your preferences and whatnot. And you don't have to go into it blind. Here you have more of these higher end keyboards and whatnot over there. And as we make our way through here, now you get to the different mice. So I mean, pretty self-explanatory there, but a bunch of different options. You got this really crazy translucent keyboard that I've never seen before. I don't know how I feel about the RGB with it, but I do like the translucentness of it. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it up if it's not. Yeah, it takes me back to the 90s, having translucent Nintendo 64s and Game Boys and basically everything of the 90s. We need to bring translucent, stuff back. And then here you have the gaming racing rig that they have there, which we're going to take a look at a little bit later, because now that it wasn't opening day, I actually got a chance to actually sit down in it and play it. And then moving on over here, we have a bunch of different consoles, your standard PS5, Switches, Xboxes. Nothing too crazy here, but it is good to see another place that is stocking consoles in case your typical places where everyone's going to be shopping, like Target, Walmart, or whatever, sold out of something that you need. You could try and come to Micro Center and maybe they'll have it. And as you can see, they have a bunch of different controllers and whatnot, from obviously first party stuff to third party, kind of off brand type of stuff here. And then a bunch of different like little mini arcades and different gaming consoles right here and accessories. As we swing around over here to the Nintendo Switch section, what I like about this is that this is a pretty big variety of Switch stuff, as well as like PS5 and Microsoft Xbox stuff as well, but just a big variety of stuff you don't necessarily see in Target and Walmart. They may have a few options, but I feel like there's just a plethora of options here. I mean, stuff I've never even seen before, like this Xbox controller here. I've never seen this colorway before. Pretty crazy. So I like that. It's just more options are always better, and it's just sad to see like regular retail stores kind of slimming down their electronics section. And in my last video, somebody asked me if they had any sort of chairs or anything like that. Here you go with the chairs. It's the options that they have. So you have these really cool like perforated leather type of stuff, as well as like cloth material, so almost feels like a car depending which one you go with, whether it's leather or the cloth material. Either way. Then you have the gaming racing steering wheel right here by Logitech, and then a whole wall dedicated to racing simulators. So all types of different steering wheels, shifters, pedals. It's just absolutely insane. And then also flight controls as well, so thrusters and everything you need for flight simulators as well. So pretty crazy over there. But as we swing around over this way, we're going to take a look at, again, all the different types of steering wheels that they have. It's crazy the amount of options that there are out there, but they literally have something for everybody. But then on top of the steering wheels, we obviously have a pre-assembled rig here, which we're going to take a look at. And it was cool, but I didn't like the steering wheel because it didn't have really like any force feedback, at least on this setup here. I don't know if it was the settings they had or the type of wheel they had, but it felt very loose. It didn't have the normal feedback that you would get while playing, which I didn't really like that. Anyways, moving on, more steering wheels over here, which is crazy the amount of options there are, and shifters as well. And then over here, a couple things, but nothing too crazy. And then these are the keyboards that we showed off earlier. And then as we kind of make our way through, these are kind of the more generic aisles with like cables and just standard stuff. Nothing really too interesting. Like this whole aisle was full of like micro USB cables and like HDMI cables and stuff like that. So nothing really crazy, but this side of the store is more of your basic stuff. So we're going to go ahead and move on from that and make our way over to some of the more interesting aisles. There are a couple more interesting aisles left. And look at this, even more options for racing wheels. Insane. As we kind of make our way past this end cap over here, I think this aisle had, it had backpacks and like laptop, kind of carrying cases and whatnot. So nothing interesting there, but a lot of options. And then as we come through here for all the audio files, they had everything from more gaming headphones, but still not like the variety I would expect to see. And then you have, kind of monitor speakers as well. And you have all these different mixers and whatnot here that you would need if you're streaming or recording podcasts or recording music and whatnot. You have, of course, the RGB microphones, as well as this really cool old school microphone. I love seeing that style of microphone there. And then as we kind of make our way through, you can see some of the other options when it comes to microphones and audio as well. So that is really nice to see. And then we're going to go ahead and move on from the audio section and go into the video section, which, somebody who makes YouTube and stuff, it was really cool to see all the different lighting and different rigs that they have for the lighting, giant ring lights, giant spotlights. So really, really cool stuff there. And then as we swing around, eventually we'll get there. There we go. You have this creator kit over here, which is great for anybody starting out. Listen, when you start out YouTube, you don't need a big fancy camera. Honestly, you just need your phone, a microphone, some good lighting, and you're good to go. But then they had all these different webcams here. This was an interesting camera I've never seen before. It's like a camera with a built-in microphone. Pretty cool. I guess you could use it as like a webcam as well. But yeah, I've never seen like that all-in-one kind of body together before. And then over here we had the DJI Pocket 2, which I do want to get the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This was the older version, but I do want to get that. That's on my wish list. It was cool to see the 2, but I do want to get the 3. That's the newest version. Anyways, as we kind of swing around here, you have some Jackery power banks and whatnot on the left. You have your registers and kind of check lanes on the right, and shopping carts right here. The knowledge bar, which is kind of like their repair center, I believe, kind of like the Apple Genius bar and whatnot. But there you go. There is the updated tour for Micro Center. And wow, just so much stuff in this place.
All right, you guys, so we are out of Micro Center, and wow, what a difference that was from opening day. I mean, opening day, there was literally like people everywhere lined up. The lines were wrapped around the building. You couldn't find parking anywhere. Today, found parking absolutely no problem. There's spots to the left of me, behind me, to the right of me, everywhere there's spots. I wouldn't say that the store was necessarily empty, but it actually did feel like it. I mean, there was people there, but it's such a big store that with the amount of people there, or the little amount of people there, the store honestly felt empty. There was a few new things to see, which is pretty cool. A lot of that 3D printed stuff was pretty cool. That was new to see. A lot of the stuff was still the same, but I know a lot of people had concerns about with the amount of people coming opening day, was there going to be a lot of stock left over going forward? And everything looked fully stocked to me. Nothing really looked any different than opening day, to be honest with you. But I mean, it's been about a month, so I would imagine anything that they sold out of by now, they would have had the time to kind of restock in that. But overall, I mean, this is such a cool store, man. If you're into tech, if you're you know, a nerd, anything like that, gaming, PC, consoles, whatever, I mean, this is the one-stop shop. This has everything that you can need, from the most basic of tools to the most high-end, you know, whatever you can need for your gaming PC build, or any sort of electronics, cameras, lighting equipment, microphones, whatever you can imagine that involves like electronics and tech, you can pretty much find it here. And this is such an awesome store. The only downside is it's so far from me. I mean, it's about 45-minute drive for me, and it's not a drive that I'm willing to make all the time, especially coming down into Miami. I hate driving into Miami. But hopefully with this success of this Micro Center, they'll open up other Micro Centers, you know, in the Fort Lauderdale area, maybe even Palm Beach, Orlando, somewhere like that. So only time will tell. But overall, I hope this video quality was better than the last one. I hope you know, it wasn't as jittery for you guys. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But well, you know, I can't please everybody, but I think this video quality should be a little bit better. It's just going to be a little bit more up and downy, if you will. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Those links are in the description down below. And I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. As always, guys, stay tuned for more, and we'll see you guys next time.